Fuck. Shit. Hey YouTube, my name is Archmage and this is Dead by Daylight. First and foremost, I'd like to thank all of you who subscribed after seeing my last video and for getting it over 200 views. Those of you who haven't seen my review for Dead by Daylight, I'll leave a link in the description below. Today I'm going to talk about survival tactics. Being a survivor can be a grueling and, like I showed you, can be very frustrating. My friends and I have discussed some key points that might help you survive and rank up your survivor.
5.
Foremost, you need to remember to stay calm. Even as a game, Dead by Daylight is very good about scaring you and having you make mistakes. The developers have talked candidly about this being a very real feature that will help the killer. For example, if you get scared and make your character run, they will leave scratch marks in the direction where you went, and the killer will be able to follow those. Also, a lot of movement is easier for the killer's player to see you. Stay as quiet and still as possible, as the killer may be near you.
4.
Going off sound and being quiet, try to keep your audio footprint as small as possible throughout the match. Not only does the killer get a visual cue if you make noise such as running over an obstacle or failing to repair a generator, there are also ways of fooling the killer in order to make them believe you are not in the area. For example, most killers patrol the generators, looking to see which ones have been worked on. You can wait in cover nearby a generator and wait for the killer to pass it before working on it. This will give them a false idea that no one is nearby. Another way to fool the killer is by purposely making a lot of noise, either by constantly jumping over obstacles or failing a generator check. This can be used to draw the killer away from an injured teammate that they have lost, or to draw them from a portion of the map that your team wants to work on. Keep in mind though, in this instance you are the guinea pig, so be prepared to duck and weave to escape the killer.
3.
Another key feature of the game, meant to give your character an edge, is the third-person view. There is a reason why the killer only has a first-person view. You can use this to check the killer's position around cover without revealing yourself. I have caught myself too many times focusing on one possible path the killer may take, since I hear the heartbeat and forget to look behind me, so use your camera to pan around. Another key point tied to this one is to be careful where you hide. Tall grass feels secure, but most of the characters have light-colored clothing that make you stick out to the killer. Closets are also dangerous, because if your character is breathing heavily or is injured, the killer can hear you inside the locker, and if they catch you, it means you are instantly on their shoulder.
2.
The two most important assets for the survivor are the chests and generators. Both give you points when interacting with them, and both are key to the survival of your character. It's important to know how to easily find these structures on the map. As you already know, the maps are procedurally generated, but a few generators always pop up next to noticeable scenery. For example, in the Maximilian Estates maps, you can always find generators next to the piled logs and the water tower, and in Auto Haven Wreckers, you can always find a generator next to the school bus. Chests are also relatively easy to find and farm. Most chests are found near the generators, and there is always a chest in the killer's basement.
1.
The last tip will be the biggest lifesaver in long drawn-out matches. Know where the trapdoor is. The trapdoor is used for the last survivor so that they have an instant way of getting out of the arena. The killer typically looks for this trapdoor as well, and the trapper usually lays a few bear traps around the trapdoor. However, if you can find the trapdoor early enough in the match, you can make it out if you become the last survivor. You can tell if you're close to a trapdoor by hearing a whooshing sound. The trapdoor emanates this sound to tell you if you're nearby it. Well, those are the top 5 Dead by Daylight tips. If you have any other suggestions or tips for the gamers, leave a comment below. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share. If you have any other suggestions for any other videos you would like to see, leave a comment. My name is Archmage, and as always, happy gaming. lot of checks. Give me my time.